Hey, how you doing out there? Hello and good afternoon, good evening to everybody out there on social media. That's right, my name is KATHERINE.SYMTHE. This is day 9, March, it would help if I knew the date, March 26th, Thursday. That's right, day 9. And I am the digital media producer of Planet Cat. And you're like, hey Cat, what's going on? Well, Planet Cat is a live stream media company that I have built a long time ago with various shows on various platforms. Hello, Matthew. How you doing out there? But on March 18th, Planet Cat created a news media segment of Planet Cat. Hello, Naomi. How you doing? Called P.A.W. News. It stands for People's Awareness Within. It is truly a network of information and resources, and it is the independent source of information, update, resources, and live chat, and more. Hello, Naomi. How's your little grandson doing? I want to thank everyone out there that has been supporting Planet Cat and P.A.W. News. Every day, so many people have been watching. Hello, Danielle, and have been supporting us. All the way from Gina Cole, Mike Martinez, Ruke Aquino, Naomi, let's see, Danielle Korenchuk, Manny Garcia, Adam Garza, Milani Lestat, Dixie Coleman, Chuck Cantu, Sydney, Mike. I have a whole list here of all these followers. And in the last 9 days that we've been broadcasting live, and will continue to do so every day around this time. Hello, Maricela, how you doing? Maricela has been a great supporter of Planet Cat and P.A.W. News. In the 9 days that we have been broadcasting, we've had over 2,000 viewers, over 400 comments, over 200 phone calls, over 185 shares. Welcome today to Planet Cat P.A.W. News Edition. And Naomi was saying that her grandson is cute as ever. Please share this broadcast. You could actually start a watch party as you're watching me live right now with your friends to share information. Stop watching the news right now. The news is very terrifying. There's a lot of people watching it going, oh my God, we're number one. Oh my God. Breathe. I know it's hard. Breathe. But Planet Cat and P.A.W. News is here to give you some up-to-date information and resources. I am dedicated, along with Planet Cat and P.A.W. News, that we're going to be broadcasting every day from 6 to 7, approximately in that time frame. And I say 6 to 7 because I might be late by a few minutes because I'm doing some research. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Hello, Kimberly. How you doing? So I want to go over the structure. We're going to go over some news. We're going to go over some resources. During this time that you hear me talking, put in your comments. Ask me questions. Do not be afraid. Because I know at one time when y'all used to go out, you weren't afraid to ask questions. Hello, Jennifer. How you doing? It is so amazing to have everyone here. So, what is going on? As you all know, on March 18th, Mayor Ron Berg put 7-day closure on restaurants and bars. On March 19th, it went to 30 days from 11:59 p.m. on March 19th to midnight on April 19th. And then on March 24th, Tuesday, there was issued a stay-at-home order. Let me explain about the stay-at-home order. There is no curfew in San Antonio right now. Okay? I woke up this afternoon and got a phone call. Cat, there's a curfew. You have to be in your apartment by 11 p.m. What? So I go looking on the news, curfew, Google, because I'm a Google whore. Yes, that doesn't mean I'm a whore and I'm sleeping with Google. It's just I'm constantly Googling. I'm looking. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to call the police department. So I call the police department on the non-emergency line. Thank the lady for answering my phone call. And I'm like, I know you're probably getting a phone call. She's like, let me guess. You're asking about the curfew because everybody's been calling our network. She says, there is no curfew in the city of San Antonio. The stay-at-home order means you only go out if it's absolutely necessary, if you need groceries, gas, pharmaceuticals, or anything like that. I actually called the police department because I wanted to know the answer right then and there. I wasn't going to wait for Google to load up my computer. Okay, breathe, people. Hello, Dixie. How you doing? Hello, Ted. How you doing? I'm sorry, Ted, I haven't got back to you. I'm going to get back to you today after this broadcast. So, what's going on as far as news? Now, Paul News takes value and pride that we check out each individual source. Myself, I will go to the website. I will go and put all that and put the effort. Hello, Tanya Marie. Why? Because we're San Antonio strong, unity in the community. About an hour ago, now look, I told you that I have a guest that always comes on the broadcast, Skulls. And she's telling you, let's listen up, let's hear about the resources, and that she loves you. Talk. I'm going to tickle you. Okay, sorry. How I make my cat talk is I tickle her and she talks. We needed to have some lightness in all this news. An hour ago, Governor Abbott in Texas issued a decree. I'm going to explain this decree so people stop panicking. Visitors that are coming into Texas via an airplane, not a car, via an airplane, that are either coming in and flying in from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, are now required to register with the state and put themselves into self-quarantine for 14 days. Hello, Chris. That was funny, right, with Skulls? Let me repeat this again. Those that are coming into Texas on an airplane, not a car, are required, if you're coming from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and are required to register with the state of Texas and put yourself into quarantine for 14 days. As he said, this is coming from airports, not roadways. Upon arrival, the visitors will then fill out a form designating where their self-quarantine area is. Then, they will be checked up upon by the Department of Public Safety, where the troopers will visit your location to ensure that these visitors are in compliance. Anybody that fails to comply, that are visiting from these states, will face a $1,000 fine or 180 days in jail. All right. Everybody keeps asking for statistics. So just real quick. There have been 1,396 confirmed cases of coronavirus in the state of Texas, 18 deaths, 3 of which were in Bexar County. In the U.S., I know you're seeing it all over the news. Right now, we have 82,177 people with coronavirus. China has 81,285. Italy has 80,589. Spain has 56,197. Italy has had the worst impact with their deaths, with 8,200 deaths. Okay, we got the facts. We got the news. Breathe. We are going to make it through this. We are San Antonio strong, unity in our community. Please stop panicking. I know it's hard. Hello, Eddie. How you doing? I know that it's difficult. You're seeing all these news. And whoever's sending out messages on, and I keep getting them, oh my God, the airplanes are dropping stuff into San Antonio. Or, oh my God, it's a conspiracy. The cell phone tires are giving out weight. Stop it. Hello, Alicia. How you doing? Breathe, people. For those of you that are just joining the broadcast, hello, Milani. We were talking about what the course of events that are going on for the last 9 days, how the governor of Texas has decreed that anybody visiting from the state of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut are required to register with the state and put themselves into self-quarantine for 14 days, the procedure for that, and the importance of it. We are not under martial law or curfew. You can be on the road after dark. You just got to have a purpose. They're not going to pull you over and go, Hey, Kat, I see you driving. Where are you driving to? They're going to give you the benefit of the doubt, which is called good faith, that you're actually on the road to either go to your family's house and take care of them or what have you. So please stop sending messages among yourselves or reading YouTube videos. There are over 1 million YouTube videos on conspiracy theories. People are going to read those. People are going to share it. And they're going to try to freak you out. Go to your sources, people. Go to your sources. Go to cdc.gov. Go to the San Antonio website. Mayor Ron Nirenberg. Hello, Kayla. Hello, Maria. How you doing? The mayor himself said, if there are restrictions, when they are, he's going to post it on his site. The governor will post it on his site. I know that we want to believe that aliens exist and that there's conspiracies, but we got to stick to the facts right now because fear is only breeding fear. Okay? Now, as we move forward, hello, Pamela. How you doing? Pamela Strunk. Not stunk. You're not a skunk. All right. So, the city of San Antonio has put out a website, and I will share that on my timeline. It's called a self-screening for COVID-19 from the city of San Antonio. This does not mean this is the definitive answer all guru as to whether or not you have COVID. This is just a self-screening process of 9 questions it will ask you to see where you are at if you're not feeling well. It's good to see you, Maria. Love you, babe. All right, so these questions can be found, and the self-screening can be found at COVID-19 test, just like it's spelled. COVID 19 test, TEST, with a period, QUACITO.com. They will ask you the following questions. Do you have a temperature of 99.6? Do you have a cough? When I say cough, it doesn't mean... Some of us smoke cigarettes and we might have a little bit of a cough. Doesn't mean because of your allergies. An actual cough that you can't seem to get rid of. Do you have difficulty breathing? Do you have body aches? And not for dinosaurs like me that when we get up in the morning, we got to deal with the aches and pains of getting older. Legitimate aches and pains as though you have a flu. Have you traveled in the last 2 weeks? Out of states, anywhere? Are you 65 years or older? Have you been tested positive for the flu test? Hello, Vanthros, how you doing? Had you had close contact with anybody that might have been exposed to the coronavirus? Okay, and then you hit view results and it'll tell you to contact your provider. Now, for those of you that have been panicking, well, I think I'm sick and I don't know where I can go to because I don't have insurance and what have you, and what am I going to do? Am I going to die? Well, first of all, you're not going to die not having insurance, but you need to be aware and take care of yourself. And I did put on my timeline a place that you can go and get tested. The city is providing health insurance for some people under Central Med. And I gave the phone number yesterday. I'll share that number again. And it's very important that we understand that it stays in the air for 3 hours, copper 4 hours, cardboard 24 hours. Long story short, wash your hands. Make sure that if you don't have a mask and you're going outside, you cover your orifices. Vanthro says, hey, Catherine, I hope everything is okay with you. We'll be back at Wax first thing. Stay safe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash my hands because I was touching my face. I'm washing my hands for 20 seconds. You want to get in all the grooves with soap and water. You want to make sure that you wash your hands and that you dry them properly. Don't touch your face or hands. Very important. Vanthros, I can't wait to see you as well back at Wax. Eddie, that's going to be a hell of a night when Wax opens back up, especially with all of us. All right, so now that we got the facts, you could sit there all day long and watch the news. But what Paul News is, we go over the new news that's impacting restrictions and movement here in San Antonio and the surrounding cities. The school districts, now I'm going to provide you resources. The school districts are keeping the districts closed to April 24th. I was on the wrong day. Okay, so in response to that, remember we just went over the things. The Texas Workforce Commission has been receiving over 100,000 calls a day. Hello, Dana. How you doing? Good to see you. So do not give up on your patients, on calling them, or the website. They're just backed up. So please be patient as they are doing that. Again, I'm going to go over the fact that evictions and writ of possession has been delayed, or as they called it, temporary stayed, which means it's suspended until April 19th and enforced on around April 26th. I know that there's a lot going on. There's a lot of details. I literally have 5 notebooks here of keeping everything up to date and what you need to do. Now, yesterday, hello Julio, how you doing? I miss you, babe, and you're DJing at Wax. And Maria, tell Mike I miss him too. And DJ Brujo and Just Angel. They are DJs that DJ at the Wax Club that I work at. Yesterday, I provided a link. It was a list of resources that was given out from the city of San Antonio. And hello, Esther, how you doing? It was called WE, and it had a little Pac-Man that going this way, like a greater than, and me, ME. And it's called Powered by 2020. Hello, Gina, how you doing? Gina Cole is an amazing woman. She's a great sponsor for Planet Cat and Paul News. She's been allowing us to tag her on her timeline, sharing things. So very, very important. Hola, Oyuki. How you doing? If I said your name wrong, I'm sorry. So, this website is actually called weisgreater.org. And on there, when you go to weisgreater.org, hi, Gina, how you doing? Gina is so amazing. For those of you that are small business owners, Gina had shared in her interview a few days ago that you could actually go to the small business disaster.sba.gov and you will you can apply for small business disaster loans and you don't have to pay up to 12 months and you get low interest to help everybody. Again, thank you, Gina Cole, for constantly being there. Hello, Gina Gigia. Taran Dokatu. I'm just going to call you T from now on. Hi, Esther. How you doing? So go to this link that I put on my website, or you can go to weisgreater.org. You scroll down and you'll see all these resources. So everybody saying hi to you, Gina. Meow, meow, meow. The most badass underground club in San Antonio. Milani says, thank you so much for all the resources you have provided. So much appreciated. Not a problem. Make sure that you're liking this broadcast. Make sure that you are sharing this broadcast. Do a watch party within this broadcast. Because every day we're growing stronger. An example of some of the resources. Now, when you go to weisgreater.org for all the resources for those in San Antonio, love you all. Gina Cole said, love all of you. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay home. Yes, that's very important. So, when you go to this website, there's over 20 pages. No shit me, 20 pages of links. And I'm like, that's going to take up my whole page. So, I'm going to share with you just a few so you get an idea. Magic Theater is providing live streaming services for kids that have to stay home with their parents. We love you too, Gina. And in sign language, we say, I love you. Just like I love all of you on Planet Cat. Magic Theater is providing streaming services for kids that are at home. The Hippie Helpers have created a volunteer group on Facebook for those that need help to get groceries and they're not able to provide. And telehelp And Gina knows packages have been arriving from this group that did a wish list on Amazon. St. Mary's University is doing an emergency fund for their students. The VIA is offering no fees. And oh my God, Skulls, what are you doing? She wanted to jump up into my lap. She's sticking her tongue at you all. All right, we got to have some humor at this. This little kitty cat sticking her tongue out. And I do this on purpose with Skulls and having her here, because with everything going on, we got to have a little lightness, a little humor, a little distraction from everything that's going on. Jason's Daddy Restaurant Group has created a program called Hospitality House that actually provides free lunch and dinner to all the hospitality industry workers. Van Thur says, perfect time for all of us to do art and DIY stuff, do-it-yourself stuff. Let's come out on the other side of this. New masters of something, new society of painters, clothing, altar, and logo designers. T says, have you heard anything on InfoPay and the car insurance? Van Thur says, meow. Gina says, G. Lestat says, L. Van Thur says, I have a couple of little pointy-eared shadows of my own defeat. All right. So, yes, Van Thur, you're right. Last night, I stayed up to 8 o'clock in the morning this morning and learned how to create flyers. Yay! That's why Planet Cat has a new logo and has a new... And by the way, that is Skulls. People's like, oh, who's the cute black cat? It's Skulls. It's just a black and white picture hiding behind my bed. But you wouldn't know it because of how I designed it into the flyer. That's why Paul News has a new graphic. Do something, learn something new. T, call your insurance company and find out what they're doing. Because I know for a fact that for Allstate, who I have car insurance with, they have suspended my coverage, which I still get covered, but I don't have to make any payments until I'm able to do so. Each insurance company, thank you, Melody. She says, I love the new logo. Thank you. It's because of you guys is why I'm here. Call your individual insurance companies and find out what's going on. Explain to them that you're in San Antonio, Texas, and that you are at stay-at-home orders. Very important that you tell people that. There's also a COVID-19 response fund. Go to this link, people. Go to this link. It is weasgather.org, and it's also on my timeline. Hey, where can I find food? Where can I find eggs? Where can I find meat? There's River City Produce Company, Incorporated. They're located on 1616 South Laredo from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and you can get bulk items. Doesn't mean one Coke. It means bulk. Multiple. My cat is singing away like she's going nuts. She likes you. My cat doesn't do that. Also, you have Chicho Boy's Fruit Market. So there's a lot of resources. Go on Facebook. Look at these groups. I'll also be providing links. Maricela, who I am thankful for, has given us links to the Northside School District, which you will also find at weisgreater.org. Also, Circle K is offering free coffee and Polar Pops to those that work in the healthcare industry. Krispy Kreme every Monday is giving away a dozen donuts to those that work in the industry. I don't need this notebook to talk about what I'm going to talk about next, because it's going to come from my heart, and that's the most important thing. We are afraid. I get that. Gina Cole says, in answer to the question that T says, car payment will be deferred. Deferred. I was like, what are you trying to say? Deferred. D-E-F-E-R-D. Deferred for 3 months, depending on your bank. That also goes to your mortgage. All right. Many of you know my story. Many of you know how I survived human trafficking. But a lot of people don't stop to think about one thing. Is that during the 17 years that I was a prisoner, I lived in fear. I lived in fear of dying. I lived in fear whether I was going to get tortured that day. Which way are they going to torture me? Many of you know I have an injury to my head in the sense that they cracked my head open when I was a kid. My point is, I get it. We're living in a time period that is uncharted territory. We're fearful. It doesn't help that we got people... Oh, Gina was also saying that you can switch your phone service. She was paying $135, but now she's paying $60. Yes. T, you don't have a bank. Well, you have a car insurance, so call your car insurance company, and they should help you. Because everyone is working together. Why? Because we're San Antonio strong unity in our community. My point about what I'm talking about is, I get it. We're living in a very fearful time period. Hello, Sydney. How you doing? We're living as to, am I going to get it? Gina G. Gia says, the food bank has massive food drives. Just call them and ask them where the nearest distribution in this area. Just bring your car and ID. Yes, very important. Keep your ID on you. Don't forget it at home. There are a lot of resources. Planet Cat is constantly... Oh, Gina Cole also said you can suspend your cable bill. That is so true. If you have a business and you're with Spectrum, and Spectrum Business will actually put your service to sleep until May 16th, and it will charge a fee depending on your type of plan. It will vary. You can also call Waste Management. It's very important that we have conversations like this, not only on Facebook, but amongst ourselves. And that's what Planet Cat values itself on, is providing those resources. Back on fear. I get it that we're afraid. But how I made it through when I was a child and as a slave and having to deal with that fear is I took one day at a time. Do not look until tomorrow. Do not look until a few weeks from now. Because you're just going to go batshit crazy. And I know I said batshit, but whatever. You're going to go nuts trying to figure this all out. We have to take each day at a time. Like when we have these broadcasts and people like Gina G was talking about food banks. Gina Cole was talking about you can suspend your cable bill. Each one of us have a story, and we need to open that line of communication. Speak. Meow. Hey, this is what you need to do. That's what you need to do. We need to work together and communicate. Open that line of communication. Stop watching YouTube conspiracy theories. Let me explain something to you real quick. I was a biological chemical warfare specialist in the United States Army when I served in the Army back in the day. This virus is called a novel virus, not because, oh, it came from a book. No, novel by definition means it was brand new. Like, creating this lighter would have been a novel lighter. It's a novelty item because it's pink. It's novel. It's new. This virus is attacking people in their DNA that is compromised. People that are older. People that have underlying medical conditions. Unfortunately, there have been part of it is affecting the people's immune system. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you washing your hands? Are you keeping your orifices covered when you go outside? That word is so funny to me, orifices. Hey, did you cover your orifice today? That means cover your nose, cover your mouth, cover your ears, wear glasses, and make sure that it's covered. If you don't have a mask, put a bandana on. I get it that we are living in a fearful time period, but only together. Unity in our community, and even Skulls is singing the song of our people. Can we come together? Skulls, sing the song of your people. Sing the song of your people. Together. Together, people. Have that conversation with your family. Have that conversation with your pets. Skulls has never been this damn active on a broadcast before. She must really like you all. Sing the song of your people. Unity in our community. Thur says it's the only way. True, totally true. Even someone like me that has almost a year of paid time off is afraid of our jobs not coming back. This is why home projects and learning skills are so important. Yes, Thur, so important. That fear is real. If you start to hyperventilate and start to panic, get away from the source of the fear. Stop watching the news. If you're watching the news and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, turn off the TV. Go play with your pet. Go hug your children. Pay attention to the essential news, such as your restrictions, because all that's doing is that it's creating this fear. And I get that. I get that. This is a scary time period. This is uncharted territory. But you got to stick together. Breathe. Oyuki says, thank you for doing this, Kat, and advice you are giving. You're welcome. I know what it's like to have anxiety. I have anxiety. I have PTSD. Girl, I almost killed somebody yesterday because I came out from my car. I went to my car because I left something in my car. Some jackass decided to throw there's poppers when you do fireworks. And I immediately pulled out my knife. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, I thought it was funny. Get the fuck back in your house. I get it about anxiety. I get it that we're afraid. But we have to communicate with each other. It is not a weakness to call your friend or text somebody and say, hey, how you doing? Can we talk? I was having a little bit of anxiety and concern. It's not a weakness. Gina Cole says the only way to stop this epidemic is to follow the rules. Social distancing is the #1 priority. Watch YouTube, watch China, watch Italy is taking this serious. Stay at home, clean yourself, and clean your home. Yes, wash your ass. Wash your hands. Wash your clothes. What does that mean? But Kat, I wash my clothes every once a week. No, when you go out somewhere and you had to go to the store, after you come in, take your clothes off, put it in a separate basket, go take a shower, wash yourself, and then put your clothes into the dryer and washing. Wash your hands at least once an hour. You know, pay attention. And I'm sorry, but if you come to my door unannounced, I ain't answering it. And I got a little bat with their name on it if you try to come in without my permission. These are the times that we have to talk with each other, share the news. This is so very, very important. We have to stick together. Oh my God, so yes, I gotta share a funny with you. Gina Cole says, drink some wine and cook some food. Well, last night I made this dish with rice and tomato. I never been home long enough to actually learn the art of cooking, so I'm learning to cook. Just so you know, you don't put a rubber spatula into a hot skillet with oil and turn your head away to answer the phone, because it will melt the spatula. You know, yeah, I did that. Chris says I'm going over to Kat's place. Well, you gotta let me know. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I actually melted the spatula in the skillet. So last night, Gina says, when you're cooking the rice and you brown it for a few minutes, you brown it. So I sent her the picture and she calls me. She's like, you burnt the rice, Kat. Hey, we have the time to make those mistakes. We have the time to learn something. Oyuki says, that's happened to me before. Yes, it happens. Take the time. You know, I'm going to tell you something too. This is scary times. Yes. If you have something to say to your loved ones or your friends, take the time to talk to them. Hey, you know, I never really had time to talk to you before, and now I'm taking the time. You know, maybe we should have gone to dinner. Well, you can't go to dinner right now. But, you know, speak your mind. Life is short. Say what's on your heart. You know, I'm being very open with my broadcast that I do every day. I would have never shared that I burnt a spatula and I was trying to learn how to cook. But life is real. So I'm sharing my story, my anxieties, my resources, what I do, because you know what? You're not alone. And I'm passionate as all hell, because even after this pandemic is gone, Paul News is going to continue. And I'm going to continue doing everything. Because why? I believe in the people. Inherently, we all want to be part of something. Chris says, it's really fun when you burn yourself on the oven rack or set your oven mitt on fire with a heating coil. Yeah, I've done that too. Thur says, Italy is too scary to watch. Seeing people look like they could be on my cousins or relatives, especially that nurse. My solution, focus on the life on our old country, not the death. There's always a payoff for focusing on life. Yes. And watch your words. You know, be compassionate. Understand that there's anxiety. People are not used to being at home. They're not used to having the 5 days to do. I mean, I think I freaked out T-Mobile because they sent me a message. Are you aware that you have used 75 gigabytes of memory this month? Yes, I'm aware. And Thur says, yes, I burn cooking stuff all the time while dancing. Yes, I do too. But it's all part of the learning curve. Learn something new. My whole point of today's broadcast is that I'm always bringing you up to date on information. I'm bringing you up resources. Anytime that you want to provide Planet Cat or Paul News with information and news, let me know. Text me. You can reach me at Planet Cat Meow at Facebook fan page. Please go there, like it, follow it, because the eventual goal is that these broadcasts will go to the Planet Cat fan page and we go live from there. Please share this broadcast. Reach out to your loved ones. Be safe and be cautious. And every day I'm going to be providing resources. Hello, Ronnie. How you doing? Are there any comments, questions? You guys have all been providing great comments. T says, Kat, you're awesome. You know what, T? I am only here because you all are here. I love every one of you. I'm here and dedicated because I believe in a life of service and helping each other out. There's a quote that says, these are the times that try men's soul. Well, my thing is, and I'm adding on to that quote, these are the times that San Antonio will stand up and be the beacon of light, not only for San Antonio or surrounding cities, but for the nation. Let us be the beacon of hope, of coming together, sharing our resources, being compassionate. Stop hoarding the toilet paper. My God, how much paper does it take to wipe your ass? Really? And yes, I'm blunt. I cuss because you know what? This is real life. So, again, how much toilet paper does it take to wipe your ass? Be compassionate. Help your neighbors. Are there any questions or comments? I always love that little smiley emoji. It looks like, so funny. Anything that anybody wishes to add? Gina says, thank you for all that you do. Well, you're welcome. I do this because I believe in the people of San Antonio. San Antonio strong, unity in our community. Are there any questions, comments, or anything that people want to bring up? Oh, hey. So, I don't know how many of you play video games, but there's actually a platform called Twitch. Twitch. Guess what? Yes, it's a little voyeuristic, but it's like a broadcast and you play video games and people will actually pay you to play video games. So that is a way to make money during this time. It's a process of doing that on, and maybe I should have a broadcast on how to use Twitch. But yes, you can make videos. I mean, you can make money making videos. That too. But you can make money playing video games. Are any questions, comments that anybody wishes to address before we end this broadcast tonight? Again, we go live every day from 6 to 7. And I always say 6 to 7 because I could be on a little bit later. But if I have to go live because of a major news announcement, I will. I want to thank everyone for being a part of Planet Cat and Paul News. Gina says, I'm grateful for all the resources, encouragement, and support you're providing to us all. Yes, and you know why? Because Planet Cat is about celebrating life one meow at a time. It's all about us, the community. Mucho gracias. Yeah, don't wear cowboy boots to a paranormal investigation or you fall. Vandro says, that's be awesome. I'm considering a new Twitch channel. Not for games, but for the golf culture. Yes, Vandros, and actually what I'm going to do tonight, since this has come up, I am going to research the ins and outs of Twitch, and we will start a Twitch channel together. Oh, you're welcome, Vandros. Please share this broadcast. Let everybody know. Remember, don't be afraid. I know it's hard, but we're in this together, and we shall rise. Have a good night.